the discussion how you will be preparing for the upcoming EDIC 1, and we'll be also sharing with you the tips and tricks by our experts. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask anyone in our team, and we would be happy to inform you and discuss with you all. Hello, Dr. Sanant, Dr. Rohit.
Hi, Dr. Tapas.
Hi, Rohit. How are you?
Hello, Rohit. You're mute.
Okay. Hello, sir. Hello to everyone. Hello, Tapas sir. Hello, Sanand sir. How are you doing? All of us good on my side.
Yeah, welcome to the
Bit.
webinar or whatever, the presentation, the
Thank you.
free
Thank you.
webinar that we have. Just Tapas, I wanted to give a small debrief of the program, how it is. So, I'll be discussing in probably with less than 10 minutes the course structure and what is expected if somebody enrolls into the course after your presentation,
Yeah,
and then we can take some
perfect.
questions from the candidates.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like
we'll,
Manjunath is also here. Hello,
yeah.
Manjunath. How are you?
Hi, Manjunath. You are muted, Dr. Manjunath.
Hi sir, how are you?
Good, good. Good to see you.
Hi Santanu, how are you?
Good, good. How are you, Manjunath?
All good, all good. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Sanant has been changed to Santana. Difficult to
I've
pronounce, I know.
I've heard worse than that, so I don't mind about it. So,
So we'll be starting in 2 minutes from now. I think we should respect everyone's time, and anyway, we are recording it. So we have around 10 people joined. So we'll be definitely starting on time. Yeah. So we have two experts with us. Dr. Manjunath from Bangalore, India. He is the consultant, and he is a very young dynamic intensivist from Manipal Hospital, Whitefield. And with us also Dr. Rohit Patnaik from Dubai NMC Hospital. May I know your hospital just one more time, Rohit?
This is Meteor Hospital, sir. Meteor Hospital, Abu Dhabi.
Perfect, perfect. So yes, we have now talent from UAE also with us. So we'll be starting very soon. Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Akshay, Dr. Gadar Abdelal, Dr. Giri Prasant V, Dr. Jhan, Dr. Kirtana, Dr. Kirti, Dr. Kirilos, Dr. Ramya. So we would be starting very soon. So today, EDIC 2 exam was finished. So there was mixed response from the candidates. So the question level is slowly, gradually creeping up in the ladder. So the questions are not very usual. Previously, people were expecting that question would be straightforward, though the questions were not that difficult. Sanand, have you seen the
yes, yes,
questions? So it is all discussed in our like the modules, but
yes.
somehow they have
Most
actually mixed and matched. Yeah, so that is a problem.
most of it has been covered. I
Yes,
think they have
yes,
few of the CCS being combined together. So,
yes, exactly, exactly. That is the point. So, Manjunath,
Yeah,
so you have taken also our module like the mock test. So this
yes, yes.
time I would be sharing with you like no acute severe pancreatitis with acute mesenteric ischemia with
Mm.
intraabdominal hypertension with communication part. So that's the
Yeah,
usual stuff. Okay.
yeah.
Now they have also asked about cefepime toxicity in that. Okay,
Oh.
neurotoxicity mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a CCS serotonin syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
meningitis, autoimmune encephalitis. Sanad, you remember I have posted that at 10:30.
hmm.
Autoimmune, and somebody asked me what are the diseases, and I have mentioned it autoimmune encephalitis. Somehow it came. And there was another question cerebral abscess with ICP management with delirium. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the three CCS. And in the meningitis case, the organisms they asked about Echinella and Prevotella. Okay.
Oh,
So all
okay.
these Hasek organism. Yeah. Yes. So this is something, and all these things are actually, if you know, if you are preparing for some of the exam like EDIC, You
Mhm.
have to be thorough in all this stuff. Okay, so Sanant, should we start?
Yeah. Let's start and people will join
Perfect.
later on.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so good afternoon and good evening to all my friends from India as well as abroad. So we all know that the exam that we are discussing about European Diploma of Intensive Care Part 1, definitely everybody's dream of getting the European Diploma of Intensive Care. And you all are brilliant enough. You have already, I think, cracked most of the national as well as international examinations in your country. And this is another degree that you want to acquire. So myself, Dr. Tapas Kumar Sahu, one of the course directors in TRICS 1. And with me, I take the opportunity to introduce my co-host as well as faculties, Dr. Sananta Kumar Das from Australia and Dr. Manjunath from Manipal Hospital, Bangalore, and Dr. Rohit Patnaik from Abu Dhabi, UAE. So we all know the path, the dream is not easy, but definitely it's worth of getting it. And I hope you are all determined to start the journey. And here we are with you all to help you out. Now, there are certain well proven points. As usual, we always discuss these points before starting the proper EDIC 1 preparatory course, that is TRICS 1. Critical care medicine super specialty is every year evolving, and that we can see from the question standards in different exams. And we started this EDIC preparatory course, I hope, 2.5 years back. And this is the fifth course, and we can see the trend of the questions. So 2 years back, the questions were not that twisted, I would say, but now it is more of twisted, and they definitely expect that the candidates are confident and they have prepared it well. It is not a 1 month, 2 month preparation that would help them to crack the exam. So definitely this type of preparation needs focus, strategy, and practice. And practice is the essence in this type of multiple choice exam questions. Now, the EDIC examinations are more comprehensive and they need proper planning and some of the strategies to appear as well as pass. And it has to be guided enough and it should be started early for getting a sure shot success in the EDIC 1 examination. We have many problems in our professional life as well as personal life. That's why we may not be devoting that much of time that is expected from all of us as a trainee. We are no more trainees. We are working in most of the hospitals, and many of us are now full-fledged consultants. But still, this type of examination gives us a, I can say, a boost to like acquire one of the affiliation as well as some of the very expected degrees that everyone dream of. Now, there are many things that I have already written. We are not getting enough time to prepare for this type of examination. We do not have the focus on academics in our proper professional life. We do not know what to read and what not to read. And there is no structured course format. And we have the heterogeneous academics in our hospitals. Maybe it is more of clinical, not very much of academic oriented. And definitely we are aging. And that is one of the reason also dementia sets in, and we normally right now not getting the enough memory to remember all the things that we read. And that's why we are here to help you, and we from the TRICS 1 team are ready to advise, help, give you tips, tricks, support, assistance, and guidance. There are certain disclaimers from our side. This is not an official presentation from ESICM, and we are nowhere related to the ESICM EDIC team. The views that we are presenting in this webinar are based on our experiences while preparing for the examinations long, I think 8 years or 9 years back, and teaching over the years. And as 360 critical care team, we are conducting these preparatory courses for last 2.5 years, and we have almost 90% success rate in the EDIC 1 and EDIC 2 for consecutive preparatory courses. Now, the candidates preparing for the exams, they are free to follow their own path, brain, and heart. But definitely, our guidance and tricks will definitely help them in choosing the correct path. So what is an EDIC exam? If somebody is planning to appear the EDIC exam, but they don't know what about EDIC exam. So definitely EDIC exam is one of the coveted exam right now internationally in the critical care field. This is conducted by European Society of Intensive Care Medicine. It sets out in two parts. Part one is a written exam. Multiple choice questions would be there, around 100 questions, 3 hours. Part two is the oral and clinical case exam, and today was the last day of the May month exam, the first session of the year. The exams are conducted twice every year, a spring and autumn session. And for you all who are planning to appear the next exam, the exam is on September 24, 2024. So it is 24, 2024. Now, European Diploma of Intensive Care Medicine is the standard examination, education, and training to qualify like intensive care specialist position across Europe and beyond. And from India, if somebody is planning to enter into the European the intensive care practice, definitely it is a direct ticket to get the license in UK. And since 2017, whoever has 2015, whoever has cleared EDIC 1 and 2, they can get the UK license to practice there. So the EDIC acceptance is, everybody knows about that. It is a key component of ESICM education strategy, and it is a standard for the entry into the intensive care specialist practice in Europe. Many jurisdictions like Switzerland, they specify if you are having EDIC, you are a consultant. So that also gives the credit to the people who are entering into the EDIC preparatory course from Europe as well as UAE and Middle East to our course. So there are many candidates who are joining from Spain, Hungary, and France also in our last EDIC 2 preparatory course. You can always check the latest guidelines related to the different entry criteria, eligibility criteria, as well as the exam pattern from the ESICM official website. Now, how to start preparing for your EDIC exam? Once you have made up your mind, definitely the first thing that you need to do, apart from joining our course, it should be visiting the esicm.org website, create your own account. Once you create your account, you have to fill up your EDIC profile, which is a prerequisite for you to register for the exam. And definitely we recommend you to become a member of the ESICM, which is renewed annually. And the reason why we normally recommend that you should be a member, because there are many advantages of becoming a member. It's not that only you are the ESICM official member from their site. You get access to the academic modules. There are many events normally conducted by ESICM, including ESICM Lives, and you will get the discount for those conferences as well as academic events. And also when you apply for the EDIC exam, when the dates would be there, so you will get the discounts on the EDIC exam fees. And that is definitely one significant amount they normally give. So you can anyway register without becoming a member also, but the advantages of getting the academic support is definitely worth of becoming the member. Now, if you have already applied for the EDIC 1 exam in 2024, definitely you have to start preparing from now. And this is the screenshot that I have got from the website. The EDIC Part 1 exam for the autumn session 2024 is on September 24, 24. So Part 2 is November 26 and 27 of 2024. So the EDIC Part 1, I will be just giving you a summary of the format for Part 1 exam. Then Dr. Sanand would be discussing about the modules as well as the question and answer structure. So we all know it's 100 MCQs to be solved in 180 minutes. Approximately 70 questions are A type. Sometimes they take you up to 75 questions for the A type, where it is a single answer is correct. And there would be around 25 to 30 questions which are K type. And K type, you have to make it true, false. So it is like you have to read all the options, and the every option you have to mark it whether it is true or false related to the question stem. Now, the numbers of each type can change marginally depending upon the difficulty level. So it is not always that 1 mark for each question, but yes, for the K type questions, you have to be correct in 2 of the 4 correct the options, total options. That means in a question with the question stem having 4 options, if you are correct in 2 or more than that, so if it is 2, it is 0.5. If it is 3, it is 0.75. And if it is like all the 4 options are correct, it is 1 mark, but not less than 2, they would be giving you any mark. And in the A type question, so you have to be correct for each question to get a mark, like single mark. Now, the things that I have already mentioned. So it is 3 out of 4 options, then it would be half mark. So no, the mark for the 2 or less than that. So you have to anyway be correct in 75% of the options in that question. Now, how to prepare for part 1? Definitely 3 to 4 months we normally recommend, but it should be at least 6 months. Now it is 4 months if you will be calculating from May, June, July, August, 4 months. And you have to read standard textbooks. Definitely one textbook you should keep with you. And you should read the PACT or the S modules or the ESICM Academy, the resources they normally offer to the candidates, the members. Definitely it is worth of going through. And there are also some of the resources which are available online that you have to choose wisely and start preparing. Now, the ESICMs, ICM as well as the recent literatures, they come up with the trials from the European journals that you need to remember. And we normally recommend that you should prepare your own note, and that is definitely one of the highlight of our the course. We normally provide the resource materials as well as some of the discussion threads in our dedicated WhatsApp groups. So that would be definitely helping you to start preparing your own notes that could be handwritten or also on your iPads or tabs, and that would be helpful during your last minute revisions. So we recommend you should at least keep 10 to 15 days before your real exam. So if it is September 24, so definitely you should start from September 5 or 10, but 10 days at least, that would be completely revising your own notes from the modules that you have gone through, maybe from our course or from the ESIS Impact module or S Academy, whatever you normally follow. Now, how to prepare for EDIC 1? It's always practice, 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 and you should appear module based and few mock tests before appearing for the final exams. And you should know your weak areas, which you can strengthen before your final exams. Now, there are plethora of books. I don't want to recommend a specific book, but these are some of the standard textbook people follow through, but not at this point of time when you do not have time, only 2 to 3 months. Definitely Edwin Rippe is definitely not a choice when you have only 2 months to 3 months to go if you have not read it in your training period. So these are standard books that is worth of going through if you have any doubt or you have to clear your concepts. And there are some of the MCQ books that you can go through to have a gist of or some of the knowledge about how the question is framed, how the options are there, and how you should go through the different domains as well as modules. So there are certain internet resources that we always recommend. Everybody knows it right now. These are formed free online access medical education, life in the first lane, MCREAT, deranged physiology, up to date, ICU one pager. And I think that would be making you very confident enough to appear your upcoming EDIC 1 exam. So with this, I conclude my one of the, I can say, 10 to 15 minutes of a teaser, how you should start preparing, how you should think about appearing your EDIC exam, and how you can just make your own agenda or structure or timing it properly so that you will not fall short of the goal. Thank you very much for your patient listening. I would be happy to take any of your questions. So Dr.
There are
Rohit, Dr.
no,
Manjunath.
there are no questions in the chat box, Tapas. You
Yeah.
have explained pretty clearly, probably that's why.
Maybe Dr. Manjunath and Dr. Rohit, if you can just pitch in and like share for like your like own experience, anything before Dr. Sanand would be discussing about the course agenda.
Yeah, so basically, when I've given my EDIC 1 exam, it was probably a year back. And that time as well, the type A and type K, both of these questions, that same format has been followed. And what I felt that time was basically doing spaced repetitions was the most important thing. And you can be a master of a particular area in critical care, but doing spaced repetitions and getting the whole gamut of things when you go and enter the exam is the key in getting through this exam. And better, over prepare than under prepare. I mean, that will be my advice to all the candidates going for the CDIC 1 exam. So that's it from my side.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rohit. Yeah. So Dr. Manjunath.
Yeah, so I think so nearly around 14, 15 of them are there. I hope they all are writing the exam this time. So I think, and Tapas has covered extensively. So my suggestion and my advice will be, and you have taken the exam, it's your commitment, and it's your dedication is required like for the exam. And please concentrate on the high yield topics and keep doing MCQs. So your brain should get accustomed for the MCQ and the subjects there, in the sense for the A type and the K type. The K type needs an extensive knowledge of that and the specific topic. So because in every option is important there, on the true or the false, all that. So and so nowadays, and they're going more into the trials as well. So be make sure that for the landmark trials, and you should know mainly highlights of all the landmark trials. So in which trials and you have got the mortality benefit, what is the significance of the trial and all that. So and it is not in the last 15 days of the exam you sit and study, it is every day, and it is all clinical management, the bedside knowledge, all that actually matters. It is not that I will sit with a textbook and the sit and study from now on. No, it's not like that. Uh, and you should do your practice every day. And if at all, if you feel that there is any specific topic so which you doesn't know, the make sure and you make some notes and then keep revising it. What I used to do was, and every day around on the 30 to like a 40 and MCQs, and then and if at all if I have done any wrong in those MCQs, I'll sit and read about those topics and make a notes and make sure for the last 15-20 days, and you should only do revision. The revision is a key for success in all exams. And part two is entirely different story. The part one, the make sure you become perfect with all the topics and especially high yield topics. And I think Tapas and the Sanant will be telling you about all the high yield topics now. That's all from my side.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Manjunath, for explaining it so nicely and also highlighting about the importance of daily preparation. Yeah. So now I invite Dr. Sananta to discuss about the course agenda as well as the last minute tips and tricks, how they should prepare.
All right, Tapas, I'm sharing my screen. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Sanant. I work as an intensivist in Australia, but I have been trained in India and Australia both, and I have taken this exam long back. And that was a bit of a surprise to us looking at the syllabus, looking at the requirement for the whole exam, which was the impulse. That's why we started this preparatory course. So um, it's all our experience over few years that we have accumulated and thought of sharing with you guys so that the exam process becomes a bit easy for you guys. So as you know, it is an ocean of knowledge, and the more you study, you will more be aware of that you know less, because there's so much of things to learn, so much of progress happening every day. It's very hard to keep up with the pace. And particularly when appearing in European exam, if you start panicking that they are going to be asking something which I don't know, or there'll be questions which will be totally alien to me, that's not the right attitude or right approach for the exam. Because TRICS EDIC 1 looks at your depth of your knowledge, how much deeply you know about the whole syllabus and chapters. So the best way to tackle this is to organize and get a structured approach to the whole syllabus. You cannot leave one side of the syllabus saying that, okay, I'll prepare half of it well and hopefully I'll pass, because the questions are taken, specific percentage of questions are taken from specific topic. It is a very organized exam. It's not random. The only way to crack it is to have a very targeted study pattern. And Tapas and Manjunath, everyone was saying that repeated practice, that's what you need. And a little bit of hand holding. That's what we plan to do in this course. As Tapas was saying, we run both EDIC 1 and EDIC 2 preparatory courses, and we are not affiliated to ESICM in any ways. This is just a facilitatory preparation that will help you with specifically with these two exams, but that doesn't mean that it will not help you with any other exam. We conduct it twice a year, and um, as I said, the aim is for the EDIC exam, but again, nowadays all the specialty exam in intensive care are more or less similar, and they ask for the similar depth of knowledge and breadth of knowledge. So even if you are not appearing the EDIC event this time, you can take it as a course that can help you with your academic building. Now going into the syllabus per se, or regarding the course per se to start with, and I'll describe the syllabus later on. So once you enroll into our course, you get some introductory material that you have access to a selected study material collection, which we tell as the TRICS Cloud. It has chapter wise or section wise reading material, which you have free access to download and study. They are not the substitution for the packed module by the ESICM, but it is a supplementary material. So if you are studying about, suppose, neurotrauma, you study the PACT or the ACE module from the ESICM and also refer to the articles that are there. There is specifically organized, we have organized this material in a specific way so that you have one or maximum two articles in that chapter. You're searching for something in pancreatitis, there will be two articles that will give you a holistic view of the current concept of pancreatitis. Similarly, for head trauma, you will have one or two articles that will give you a holistic view of the whole thing that we need to know before this exam. So it is very confined, but it is not a substitution for the ACE module. Okay. So as you enroll, you get access to that. And the course run in modules. So we have 9 dedicated module that we have divided as per the EDIC syllabus or the syllabus given in the ESICM website. So the different chapters that we have is cardiovascular system, which constitute 20% of the question in EDIC 1. Then we have CNS and GI, which constitute about 15% of question in exam. Similarly, 10%, 5%, different chapters or different section constitute different percentage or gets a different weightage in the exam. For example, respiratory will be 15%, and other organ support will be 15%. So cardiovascular, respiratory, CNS, GI, they are the major chapter, whereas renal, genitourinary have only 5%. So based on this, we give stress to particular section, and put more intense preparation towards a particular module. But at the end, when we do the final mock test, the final 3 mock tests will have similar breakdown of the questions in them. So how the module runs is, on the starting of that exam, or starting of the course, you will get some pre-reading. Suppose you are the first one is CVS, so you will get pre-reading for CVS, cardiovascular system, for a week. You'll go through the articles, and at the end of the week you will get a link for the mock exam. So there will be around 50 or 60 questions depending on different module. You'll have different number, but at least 50, 45, 50 questions in that, and each question will have an explanation attached to it. So you appear the question, the whole mock test, like 50 questions, then it will be self-marked with an automated system, and then you can get a feedback that these are the questions you are weak at, and these are the solution to that question. So all of that is online. We have a dedicated app for this. You enroll through the app, get your access through the app, get your exam link through the app, you look at the answers through the app, and we can communicate with the app also. At the same time, we have a dedicated WhatsApp group where on the exam day, or when the solutions are released on that day, you can have discussion among ourselves. Who has doubts in any question, they can post it in the group and we'll try to answer. Now, similarly, there will be 9 weeks, 9 modules will go on, and each module will have 1 mock test each. At the end of the 9th module, or on the 10th week, you will start the whole syllabus mock test again. So this 3 whole syllabus mock test will contain all the questions from all these chapters discussed, but they are different questions. They're not the repetitions of the same. There will be different questions, and there will be debrief for each of the mock tests there. So you'll get 9 mock tests chapter wise and 3 whole syllabus mock test. Okay. At the same time, at the end of each module, you'll have support in terms of communication, in terms of discussion in a WhatsApp group. Different articles, different doubts will be shared in the group for you to interact. And we have a bunch of faculties who have made these questions, and they will be directly answering your queries if you have any queries in there. As I said, everything is in an app, so it is very handy. You can access from anywhere. Now, looking at how did we do in the last exam, as I said, module 1, module 2, modules 8. So these are the specific module given by the EDIC syllabus. The module 9 is a miscellaneous one that we have created. If you look at the previous year questions, most of the questions have come from these modules, okay, or the combination of this. Like for example, the ECG or the CVS module has questions on Wallen syndrome, has questions on pericarditis, has questions on STEMI and non-STEMI, VF, vasoactive drugs, adenosine, hemodynamic monitoring, CVP waveform. All this have been covered in this module that has appeared in the exam. So most of the questions have come from the discussion that each question has following it. Okay. So basically what I mean to say is, it's not 100% study material, but what we discuss, what we have supplied you as a supplementary to the question answer, are the material from where other questions are derived. So more or less you will encounter these questions for sure in the whole course. So in that way, not these 50 questions per module is important, rather than the discussion that is there or the supplementary solution that is there is important for you guys to go in and study. Okay. Most topics were covered in the debrief, as I said. Now, somebody was asking about the enrollment. So this is from the previous year. We are starting that on 15th of this month is the starting date, but you can join early or join late. Based on the early joiner, you have a discount that is going on till 15th, I guess, and beyond 15th the discount will stop. Then the joining of that course is through the app. Again, you pay through the app, you get your material through the app, you get your dashboard through the app, you can access the materials through the app, and you can access few of the videos also that we have created for this exam from the previous year. Those will be accessible to you. All right. This was the description of the module, how it happened, first week, second week, third week, like that. You can access the whole exam in a desktop also. So it doesn't have to be always mobile. It is mobile. You can be in your shift or doing work, and if you have 15 minutes, you can do 5 questions in there looking at the app with your mobile. When you are at home, you can use your desktop, or you can use your laptop. That's our app. It's called as 360 Critical Care. And how do you download is, okay, the other thing with the app is we are adding up different courses into this app. So even if you don't think of enrolling into TRICS 1, do download this app. There are multiple free things in there. Free videos are there, and free access to mock tests are there. So we have created a 15 questions mock test for EDIC 1, and appear that test. There is a free link there. Appear the test, have a feel of the app, how the exam feels like, and you can self-assess yourself with the mark. You can see how much mark you have secured, which part is weaker, A type, K type, or respiratory, neuro, which part is a weaker point, then you can work on it. So that's how it will work. I'll show you later on this presentation. That's how you download the app. So in App Store, straight away you go to search for 360 Critical Care. It comes as and doesn't come directly as a 360 Critical Care, but it is a educational app with a red icon, and it will ask for you a organization code, which is YQFSQ, which is given in your flyer. You can enroll. You can put this code, and automatically the app will download. In the Google Store, it is straight away. You just type the 360 Critical Care, and you can download that app. If you face any difficulty, there is a contact number in the flyer. You can contact us, and we can guide you with the app download and how to use it. This is how the dashboard looks like. This is on the computer or on the laptop. So here we have this free mock test that you can appear anytime. Go there, enroll, and download the app, and straight away you can appear the exam and see how much you are performing. Okay. There are other courses there displayed. If you are taking different exam, you can appear that exam by that course. And that's how usually the dashboard looks for the TRICS 1 enrolled, if you have enrolled. So you can see there's a free mock test, then you'll have further module 1, module 2, module 3, like that. You have other options like live classes. If there is any notices will be coming there. If you have any issue with downloading or playing with the app, just contact the number there. You can text us also. That's the structure of the whole course, as I said. So free mock questions you can access freely, irrespective whether you are enrolling into the course or not. Then the module will start 1 till 9. So we have mixed this 9 and 10 as one module. Neuromonitoring and miscellaneous are one module, and then you will have 3 more mock tests as the whole syllabus mock test. That's how it will run. We talked about that. Both A and K type questions will be there in the group. There will be 50 to 60 questions in each module. And this is how the explanation looks like. So that's the explanation of the question. That was the question. You selected the answer. And when you go back to look at the answer, that's how the explanation will be. And you have a reference list also if you want to get more details of it. That's how the answer is evaluated. Suppose this person has scored 46 out of 50. Then there were 20 questions, and there is a distribution of type of difficulty of the question. Fewer easy, fewer medium, fewer hard, and where do you stand? How much hard questions you have appeared? How much medium difficult question you have appeared? And then you can have a merit list also there, who has secured how much and where do you stand in the whole group there. It's pretty handy to look at your progress also. That was my last slide. So this is the current setup of the course. As I said, there will be 9 modules. The 9th one is neuromonitoring and miscellaneous, followed by 3 mock tests. But that each module will have 1 mock test each. So 9 plus 3 mock test is to be appeared by you, which will give you an adequate practice. That completes my presentation. Tapas, are there any other questions there?
Yeah, so there is no more questions in the chat box. And thank you, Dr. Sanant. One thing for sure, we are trying to provide you around 800 to 900 questions. And if you go through those 800 to 900 questions, start making your own notes based on each question. and read the short articles, review articles, or any of the textbook that you read in your training period, I don't think there would be anything that can stop you from getting EDIC 1, like the examination success. So that's from our side. Anyone who is having any doubt, please post in the chat box, or you can share your queries here also. Whoever wants to register, because our course starts next week only, so debrief video will be available for mock test. Yes, yes. Because there is no point of like no, because we have already tried with all the permutations and combination in our previous courses. So whenever we have tried with that, so people thought about that we can just go through those MCQs. It would be very hectic for us to like attend like each week debrief, as well as also the live classes. We have started initially with live classes also. Then we thought about giving the study material in an like question and answer format, and also the suggested materials, so that also were like no appreciated by the candidates. They thought that yes, that gives them enough time to like read the questions, make their own notes, and again review the questions. So that format we are continuing with every
Um,
week test. Yes, yes.
There'll be, yes, that will be self-paced every week test, but debrief classes for each module will not be there. It will be for the final three debriefs. We'll have debriefs classes like videos, but for each module, you will have explanation already written up. The answers are in the app. So if there are any doubts, then you can post it in the group. We'll try to clear that. And also we'll have a monthly catch up with the faculties. You just tell us which chapters or which points you want to be covered. Suppose somebody wants to be covered about neuromonitoring, or suppose somebody wants to be covered some point of care ultrasound, or point of care coagulation test, or rotem tag, etc., pacing, etc. So we can put a class or couple of classes each month based on what the students want, because it's not practically feasible to do debrief, because it will stress you out. Every week you have to be there for 2 hour debrief. It is a difficult task, and it does take a lot of time. I don't think people would be referring to the videos that much, because you have a written explanation for the questions, so that will be a better idea to sit alone and read it. But if you have any doubts, you come back to us with the text in the group or straight away phone call, and we will try to clear that. But every monthly there will be a catch up to see the progress, where we are, what are the things we are lacking, what are the things we can add. We'll supply with those study material for sure.
And also we are in the process of making a few very I think high demanding domains in short small video format. But yes, that would be towards the end of this course we will be uploading those videos. Okay, so if there are no other queries, so thank you very much, and we look forward to help you in your EDIC 1 preparation in future. Yeah.
Thank you, Manjuna. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Manjuna. Thank you, Dr. Rohit, and the whole team of 360.